Duke Traps, America's best trap value, proudly presents North American Trapper with Alan Probst.
Welcome to the show this week. We're heading back to where I grew up. We're going to go back to north central Pennsylvania. We're going to be there this week and next week on the show. So if you're watching this in week one, you can bet that we're going to show you some more in week two of where I kind of cut my teeth out in the outdoors, following my dad around, my grandfather, my uncles. All of that really inspired me and created the zest for what I do today. So we're going to show you the methods and techniques that are going to work for you anywhere across the country when it comes to raccoons, fox, coyote, bobcat, whatever. But with that said, let's head out on the line right now. This is where my son caught his first raccoon. And this is the first place we're starting. But right here, we're on the edge of this soybean field. Just a beautiful shot in the Pine Creek Valley. But my son, a couple years ago, we had my dad out here, and I don't know if my dad was ever happier than when my son caught his first raccoon. He was fired up. But this was corn at the time. They've got soybean in here this year. That's not going to change the productivity of this location. Well, we got our sets in here. I chose, and I always choose, I don't really need to go out along that whole corridor and, put one there, put one there, put one over there. What I like to do is I like to funnel them down. This is the center of concentration right here. Can I set the whole way up through there? Absolutely. I can put one up there, I can put one there, I can put one here. I can do that. I can spread them out, and they're probably going to catch critters. What I like to do, and what I always try and do, is concentrate to where you can put as many sets in as short order. And that's what I've done here. Here's the trail right here. And you can see that's where it goes in, right on this corner right here. That's where the trail goes in. So what I've done is I put one right there, come down the trail. I got another one right here. And then the trail goes in right there, out in through there. And you can see how it opens up in there. And then if they come out and go right and maybe not go left, I got them covered right there. So I got 1, 2, and 3 is right behind me. The trail, that's the focal point. This is exactly where they're going to come in, right on this corner. You don't need to walk out there 100 yards, 50 yards, it doesn't matter. Any traffic coming this way, any traffic coming the other way, this is the concentration point, that focal point. Always do that whether you're trapping everything from muskrat to mink to raccoon, coyote, fox. Find the spot where the most traffic's going to be coming to and from, and that's what we've done. Right here on this trail, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm excited to hopefully come back in here tomorrow, and if they come through, there's a good chance we'll have a double, because raccoons like to run in pairs and threes and sometimes 4s and 5s.
Email us today for a free catalog to browse all of our traps and snares, baits and lures, and much more. Get all of your trapping and predation control needs by emailing to info@NorthAmericanTrapper.com for your free catalog. Proven products equals proven conservation.
Welcome back to Duke Trap's presentation of North American Trapper with Alan Probst.
We're here at the next spot, and this is actually one of my first memories with my dad. I remember coming in here. It was right here about where my truck is. We come around that turn, driving down that lane, and to the right, there was a gray fox in the trap right there. So that's pretty cool. There's corn here. They haven't cut it yet, so I can't get out there very far, but you can see it's just another great spot here in the valley. I'm pretty sure that's chicken scat, big old pile that they're going to use for their fertilizer when they cut their beans or whatever. But in here around this, I wanted to stop before I determine what I'm going to do at this point in time. But you can use these areas, you know, any animal in the area, whether it's raccoon, fox, coyote, even bear, which I'm going to show you. That's why I'm doing this right here. They're going to come in here and just investigate. What is this? It's one, it's an attention grabber from a distance, and two, it smells. And as you look here, as we go along, you can find different tracks. And I see coon tracks and coyote tracks in the same spot right there. Big coon. That is a really big coon. There's a coyote track. More coon tracks. There's another coyote track. And we come down here, there's raccoon tracks. It looks like, actually, that looks like a fox track right there. And we have a pretty big front paw of a bear right there. So we've got, there's another bear print right there. Big old front foot. That's actually a big bear. Quite honestly, he's probably either in that cornfield laying down or in the cornfield on the other side. But anytime you have a farm or a ranch that you're trapping out there and they have something that's a center of attention, a focal point, it's no different than a big tree in the middle of the field. Anything, that's a focal point. And look at all the animal traffic in here. I mean, that's within like 10 feet. There's another coyote track. Right there's a coyote track. Coon tracks. There's another coyote track. The bear track. And I haven't even gone down here. I started at the upper end, and I know we're going to see more tracks. Look at that. Coon tracks. So there's more coon tracks, coyote tracks right there. But we walked, what, 10 yards, 15 yards, and we see raccoon tracks, coyote tracks, fox tracks, and bear tracks right here. But we're going to put some in. I'm actually going to put a canine set right here. I want to show you this, though. I like this spot right here, and I'll tell you why I'm choosing this as opposed to out here in the middle. I'm going to leave these traps in here for a few days, but this is a lane right along the field, and there's a big stream, big water barrier out there that's going to keep them in here. So if they're hunting down through there, they're going to come out, and right here is a good spot to put your trap, right on this corner. So we're going to put a couple right here, and then we're going to do the same where the lane goes down across. And we're going to throw some DPs in here as well. So I will fully expect to have some action here over the next few days. I know they're cutting the corn here this week, so I kind of want to use that to my advantage, where they're getting tunneled down, narrowed down. Once they cut this corn, then it becomes an option for them to be running in the middle of the field, and it's harder to maybe funnel them into an area. But at this point right here, that's a great funnel point, and the opposite side is a great funnel point where they're gonna, if they come in through the other side here, they'll go out right there, and maybe they'll come in there. But we're gonna narrow them down, and you know, it's just awesome to see all the traffic. I mean, look at all the coon tracks going both ways right there. I mean, you just can't beat it. Another coyote track right there. So we got animal traffic here. I'm probably just gonna, for the sake of coming in, I'm probably gonna have another trap right here on this corner where my dad snagged that gray fox. That would have been probably I wasn't much more than 6 or 7 years old. That's 1975, 76, maybe 77. So just really awesome. This is the view from this side. It's a little narrow point. We're gonna set that corner over there. We're gonna set that corner over there. We're gonna throw it through, 3 or 4 DPs in. We'll probably put a DP where the corn comes out on the edge there, and we're gonna finish up with a canine set right here, and hopefully be able to snag one like Dad did almost 50 years ago.
Email us today for a free catalog to browse all of our traps and snares, baits and lures, and much more. Get all of your trapping and predation control needs by emailing to info@NorthAmericanTrapper.com for your free catalog. Proven products equals proven conservation.
Welcome back to Duke Trap's presentation of North American Trapper with Alan Probst.
This is that field we set the first day where my son caught his first raccoon, and I put 3 in, and I said that if they come by, we're gonna work them. We're gonna get them. We got 2 coons here today. We got that third trap set right over there. You can just see we got these 2 here, and the circles just touch each other, and the other trap is right outside the circle over there. And that goes back to saying and showing, keep those traps just out of reach, because if there'd only been one, he'd have been in the others. 2 nice ones, huh?
Yeah, real good.
We
their hides.
They're getting there.
Yeah, it's a little early yet, but
we had our first frost pretty much last night.
That's why I think they're running the way they're running.
Yeah, well, first check today, first 3 sets, we got 2 coons, but you can see those DPs,
they work really well.
They really do a good job, and the big part of this, having Phil here from the NWTF, and we've been talking a lot about just the environmental aspects and the ecology of the whole situation. And
these are really healthy.
Oh, they're very healthy.
They're in real good shape, raccoons. So
it's
balancing this and managing and taking a few of them off is exactly what we need to do.
Exactly. And it's not about, we've been talking about, it's not about extermination, it's about environmentalism.
Right. It's conservation at its finest. Balancing out the carrying capacity, so everybody can work together with how this is supposed to be.
Exactly. I know you're with the NWTF, and like I said yesterday, I appreciate the opportunity to speak and get the opportunity to talk to the turkey hunters when I'm down there at the convention, and we've talked a lot the last day or so about it's not about extermination. We don't want people to get the wrong idea that you need to come out here and
then we can't
take every coon.
This is fun
No, this is fantastic. This is what we want. When my son has kids and your son gives you grandchildren, which is probably right around the corner.
I don't know.
But the fact of keeping a good, healthy population, there's a lot of factors right now. The fur market's not great, so you don't have a lot of guys out doing the trapping. You don't have a lot of people out chasing them, doing the traditional coon hunting, different things of that nature. But, giving... I look at this as giving back to nature also, because you're keeping
we're stewarding this.
Exactly.
We're stewards of
you're
the
being
whole
a steward.
thing. I mean, it's a necessary part. The harvest is a necessary part of the whole North American model of conservation.
Yep.
And keeping it all balanced and not overabundance in one area versus another.
Absolutely.
So,
and these dog proofs with a little bit of coon buster and magnet does the trick.
And it's automatic.
It is pretty.
If they walk by it, they're going to get in it.
That's the really cool thing. They don't walk by it.
Yeah.
And you come in and you get to create memories like this right here, and we're going to get these 2 taken care of. We'll get them reset. They have the trails messed up, but the fact of the matter is, if there's any more coons or possums and occasional skunk that comes by, we're going to get another good crack at them. But it's really good to have you out here, Phil. I really am enjoying this.
I appreciate you having me. I get it out of my, I get to do it too, and I enjoy it. I've been trapping a long time, and trapping with you and getting all those little details and insights and the little tricks like that, if you will.
It works.
It's great. Yeah, it's fun.
That's what we're trying to do. But we'll get these two taken care of and get them reset and head on down and see if we have any more. We're going to spotlight our yard guard, and that's our yard guard snares. They come in a package with directions on how to use. But if you're having any problems with rabbits, squirrels, the varmints that get under your porch, mess with your garden, we've got you covered with our yard guards. And the web code on that is going to be TV Yard, TVYARD. And that's going to get you not only 20% off of our yard guards, but it's also going to get you 20% off of any of our Easy Coyote or Easy Raccoon. So our Easy Raccoon or our Easy Coyote or the Easy Rabbit and the yard guard. So all 3 or 4 of those SKUs, the yard guard, the Easy Rabbit, the Easy Raccoon, and the Easy Coyote, you're going to get 20% off with web code TVYARD at checkout.
Email us today for a free catalog to browse all of our traps and snares, baits and lures, and much more. Get all of your trapping and predation control needs by emailing to info@NorthAmericanTrapper.com for your free catalog. Proven products equals proven conservation.
Welcome back to Duke Trap's presentation of North American Trapper with Alan Probst.
Well, we got us a nice gray fox here today. This is where we put that walkthrough. We showed it the first day, this location down this trail. Yesterday we come in, nothing was around it. That other set on the other side was dug up. Might have been this fox, who knows. But as you can see, I got my catch pole, and I've been saying it for years. I don't kill gray fox. They are my favorite animal. We don't have a lot of them. Their numbers have gone down. That 550 Duke, there's no foot damage. I'm going to take this fox out and show you that as well. But here's just an example. Another location that I knew was going to be successful. Didn't hit the first night, but hit the second night. Had that walkthrough, had the Mountain Man, the Madness, and the Coyote Plus. Bam, 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 that triangle I like to use. And he obviously took his chance, and he's going to get a free pass today. He's lucky he's not a coyote, because the coyote wouldn't have got a free pass. Now you can see here, his foot, there's just a, there's an indentation there, but there's no blood, no breakage. That fox is going to be able to run, and we're going to let him go. I just love these animals. You can see they're just an absolute beautiful, beautiful animal. And we're going to let him run out through there. You don't know he's out yet. There he goes. They never do what they're supposed to do. He's supposed to run up the trail so you can see he runs away. Once in a while we have that happen. I know last year in New York, I let one go and he ran up the sandbar. That was pretty cool, but this one took the easiest cover, and he'll run another day. But you can see there, this 550, a pretty friendly trap to the fox. And if you want to let something go, you can. Like I said, if that had been a coyote, he wouldn't have got a free pass. But these 550s, that fox, I could have legally taken that fox. As I said, I love the gray fox. That's my favorite animal. I let every one of them go just because of that. And their numbers are down, so we want to make sure that we have a good population of those to survive. They got enough trouble with the coyotes around here, I'm sure. But just a really good location. As I said earlier, it's just a beautiful day. It's been beautiful 3 days. Usually Pennsylvania's trapping season, if you say you're having trapping season, that usually brings the rain. But this has been a good 3 days. I'm sure the guys that are out there trapping are doing well. I don't have that many sets in. I got Phil here from the NWTF. We really were concentrating on catching some raccoons and talking about how people can do that on their own property. But I couldn't pass up putting a couple canine sets in here. We got a gray fox. We let him go. He's gonna run and fight another day, but we'll get this remade and hopefully maybe come back in and have a coyote tomorrow. Pretty awesome. I was wishing when we let that gray fox go, he'd run down the road, but he took the easy way into the cornfield. But he'll live another day, and ultimately we got another good working set for our next contestant that comes down. Well, that's the end of the show today. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said at the beginning, this was week one of kind of showing you where I cut my teeth out in the outdoors, and got to follow my dad around and probably annoy him as a little kid. And we definitely miss him, and it brings back a lot of memories trapping those areas where we've caught critters for 45, 50 years, as long as I can remember. But it's always nice. And next week we'll be showing you part 2 of trapping back in the homeland. In the process, if you need any products, we've got you covered here. Traps, baits, lures, tools, any snares, whatever equipment you need, we've got you covered, and we'll be more than happy to get you set up at NorthAmericanTrapper.com. Stop on by there, and we'll make sure that we take care of you. But as I said, we'll be back here next week showing you more of the same from back in the home territory where I cut my teeth following my dad back in the day. Proven products equals proven conservation, and we'll see you next time. The brand is so much bigger than myself or anybody involved with what we're doing. It's the tradition of, it's that woodsmanship that these kids and even adults can learn just by being out there. That's what we're trying to do. Trying to get people involved, trying to get people to feel that. And every time you go out there with them, you're experiencing that outdoors through them. We're showing the simplicity of things. And we're trying to debunk a lot of those myths that maybe scares people away from doing it at times, thinking that, it's just too hard, there's too much into it. No, it's pretty easy. And we're going to show you how easy it is, and you're going to be able to go out and do it.
Get started trapping those problem animals and nest raiders today. Become the steward of your own land or lease. Visit NorthAmericanTrapper.com.